Hello, good morning, YouTubers. It's early, but I'm ready to do some recording. I know I haven't been online in like a long time, but due to working a job and different things, I've had a very rough past year. But anyways, I'm trying to get back into this now, and I wanted to do a game room update to show everybody what's going on. But first off, let me explain this here. Look at this. So I got this thing now, right? At least for another couple of weeks. So had surgery on my ankle from where I had like injured it while I was in the military. So the doctor went in and cleaned it out, and I got to stay off of it for a few weeks. So until it's better. Anyways, I'm gonna be going around showing you my update, and I'll be sitting in the chair rolling, so because I can't walk on this and put weight on it yet. So just hang out with me and hope you enjoy. Okay, so first off, we'll go over here. I got a new PC. Well, actually a laptop, but it's a Dell. Pardon the dust. I haven't dusted in a little bit, but it's a pretty nice PC. It runs games pretty good. Only thing is the storage wasn't all that great when I got it. I think it had like 8 gigs, so pretty bad. So I had to get a external hard drive right there to make it work well. So new piece or new laptop. The other one just took a crap, and I had to throw it out. So there's that. And then of course this is the older PC, the desktop. Yeah. Also I have upgraded my sound system for my little TV. This is Amazon $40 purchase. Pretty loud. I mean, here, I'll show you real quick. Let me get something going here. Alright. So what we'll do is we'll do a Super Nintendo try here. Like I said, I gotta scoot around in the chair, so I apologize. Let me see. This one. Haha, here we go. So we'll play try to work these here. Alright. If you ever noticed, this is a Japanese Super Nintendo game called a Super Famicom, right? And then this is the American version, okay? So, I mean, they kind of look a lot alike as far as the size and the shapes and everything, but the biggest difference is that there's a couple of prongs on the North American console that keeps you from playing these. Now you can mod them, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if you look down in here, do you see where this side maybe, see how that looks like it's broke? Well, those are the tabs. If you can take those off, then you can play these games on your North American Super Nintendo. Now the good thing about these games is that they're really cheap. Like, you can get Chrono Trigger for like $5, right? But in the American version, it's like $200. So anyways, if you look at that, so that's the Super Famicom playing on the television. And you can see it's got the Japanese characters and all that. Yeah. Let me see. So this TV has like a really low volume on its speaker that's built in. So I wanted to get this one to check it out and see how it worked out. But as you can see, it's not bad. And then I'll show you this other one here. Oh, look at that. Pixelated crap. Isn't that great? So every now and then you got to clean these out. Do the blow technique. Sometimes you just got to do that and it'll work just fine. Other times it don't. So let me try it again. Well, this one's being a complete pain in the butt. So yeah. Oh well. I mean, I got to show you that one. I mean, it's a little bit of a pain, and I apologize for this light. It's kind of hard. I don't even know how to turn it off. So, learning process. Because I'm doing this with a different phone than I did last time. So, all right. Anyways, that's the one of the changes that I made into the game room was this. Now I bought this like for $10. I had there was a guy I bought these from, and I bought 6 of them. Right, they were in this really old kind of, what do you call it, flea market type store, and I bought 6 of them. None of them worked, and then my buddy John and I got together and we were able to put some new fuses in them, and I got 3 of them to work. So or he did, rather. He's smart on that, and so he got 3 of them to work for me. And then so now my $10 investment is now like, I think they're $80 a piece if you got them to work. So yeah, made a good investment there. All right, so there's that, and then I got this box. I was going to put games in it, but as you can see now, it's just storage for all my loose crap. So that didn't work out too well. Up here, really nothing's changed. I added a few more figures. Now I had some figures that were in storage still that I didn't have room to put because I had all these other ones up, but I have added a few since the last video. These guys here, they're Dragon Ball Z Star or something, but these are like the newest figures that are out. And of course I thought I didn't have Broly, but I did, so I bought another one, and now I have to. Broly is like one of the harder characters to get as far as action figures are concerned in the Dragon Ball Z universe, and usually he's worth more as a collector, as a collecting figurine than the rest of them. So Broly is actually kind of cool. He's if you guys ever watched Dragon Ball Z, I recommend doing it. But Broly is like, he's the legendary Super Saiyan that they always refer to in the early shows. So that's him. But he's also one of my favorite characters. He's evil and he's mean, but he's got a good character arc. So check it out. It's pretty good. If you don't like Dragon Ball Z, that's fine. But if you like it and you've never seen an episode with Broly in it, go check it out. He's in the movies. I don't think he's really in the show anywhere, but the movies definitely. See what else we got here new. All right, all of these are all the same. No different. You know. But oh, and this scheme that I got here, the different colors. See how this wall is green, and that one's blue, and then that one's red, and then that one's yellow. I wanted to mirror it from a Nintendo 64. Like, see how it's like that, Nintendo 64. So that's why I did the color scheme this way. It was kind of a pain. Let me tell you, all the tape I had to put in and make sure it didn't get on the ceiling, and it was really tough, but got it done. All right, moving on. I have let's see, we'll go over here. We'll get up, walk a little bit here. I gotta hop because I can't put weight on this leg, so pardon me. But all right, down here we've got there's the Super Nintendo Junior, and then I got my of course 3DS and storage for the games. I got a lot in there, but it's just all put together. But we got Xbox. Now these Xbox games, I actually bought, I don't know, probably 40 games from this guy off of Facebook Marketplace. I don't know, I think he wanted something like $30 for 40 or 50 games. and a lot of them were kind of in bad shape, and they kind of still are in bad shape. I haven't had a chance to get them resurfaced yet because it costs a lot to resurface them. If you just did resurface on just one, it'd be like $5. But since I have 40, do the math. It's going to be expensive. But some of them do work, but not all of them. But hey, I only paid like $30, so I can't complain, right? And then I've got this PlayStation 1 here. They both work. I don't really use these much anymore. I have another one plugged up over there that I play every now and then, but it's rare. Then my PS1 games, these really haven't changed either. But I did find out, I thought that I had Resident Evil 2. I don't know what I did with the box, but apparently it wasn't Resident Evil 2. It was something else. So I think it's either it got lost in moving, or somebody took it. But I don't know. So up here, still all this is kind of the same. All this Final Fantasy 8 figures. That's a whole setup there of the figures, not the Guardian Forces. Those were a little bit more expensive and a little bit harder to find, but I do have a couple of those. All right, going over here, we have our Amiibo collection, and then this is my Master Sergeant line number that I got when I was in the Air Force. And Virtual Boy, that's my kid. That's my cousin, or my niece and cousin. And so down here we have some more Super Nintendos. This is the one that I already had a long time ago, so this is an older one. But these other two are two of the three that I got to work out of the 6. Okay, so there's that, and then the old Nintendo gray box, and a whole bunch of controllers and a GameCube. This GameCube has a broken reset button, but it still works. Yeah, some of these older systems are really hard to keep working. I mean, you really have to start looking into becoming a solder expert and learn how to make chips and put them in and install them and stuff in order to fix things. So I'm learning a little bit here and there, but a lot of it is just practicing and trying to do it. So probably one of the biggest things I've gotten a lot of over the past year or so is working on my Super Nintendo complete box collection. I have around 50 or so, I think, complete in box. And if you've looked online, anytime recently, and you're big into this kind of stuff, then you know that the Super Nintendo games are going up in value like quickly. I mean, like I was saying over there, the Chrono Trigger for the US version is like $200 loose, and if you bought it like complete in box, it's like $900, something like that. But if you got the Famicom version, it's like just a couple dollars, if that. Because I don't know why it's like that, but when I was in Japan, I was able to get a few, and I'll show you over there. Pretty cool titles, but they were really, really cheap. So, all right, moving right along. Up here we have these are all the same as before. And if you look at this turtle right here, now he's a it says Metalhead on there, right? But the thing that I don't understand, like I bought this for my kid when they were really little, and they already had it, so they gave me this one. I didn't know they had it already, so they gave me this one. So I looked at it, and look at the back here, right? So look at that. Michelangelo is Raphael, and Raphael is Raphael. So I saw this, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a misprint. So I don't know if this is worth anything or if it's highly sought after, but I thought it was pretty cool, and there we go. So and then we got more DBZ, Final Fantasy 7. These guys came directly from Japan while I was there the first time. I picked them up at like the Toys R Us there, and then These ones here I bought before I even joined the military. So these guys are like 20 plus years old, I think. Same for these. These are these Guardian Forces that I was telling you about from Final Fantasy VIII. I mean, they're big. There's a Bahamut one and like a Diablos one, and I think there's a Siren. No, Shiva maybe, I think is the other one. So it's just all the Guardian Forces from the game, which they remade, or not remade, but yeah, they did remake it recently on a PS4, and it's got quality of life. You know, you can fast forward through and all that. So, over here we've got some more loose games. Now these, I try to keep these in a little bit alphabetical order as possible as I can, but they're just kind of, there's so many of them, so it's just kind of hard to do it. But I got this one recently, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and like I'll show you a few titles, but it would take forever to go through all these. All these they do work. Like the other one over there, I had it working. I just have to clean it again. These games they're just so old. It's hard to keep them from not working. So you just have to keep up with it. But like this one here, check this out. So if you don't remember this game, this was a Blockbuster exclusive. So you couldn't get this unless you got it from Blockbuster. Anyways, Blockbuster, you know, is out of business. And I found this at a flea market, and she sold it to me for $5. It's worth like $100. But look at it, it's in bad shape, man. But it does work. I got it to work. So, and that sticker on there, it brings a little bit of nostalgia to it. Because, I mean, believe it or not, that being a sticker, a lot of people don't like stickers on their games. But this one sticker is okay to be on there because it says Blockbuster, and people really like that. So... And then, let's see, a few more down here. This is my NES collection, and that's just part of it. Like, some of these are loose titles. Dragon Power, I don't know if you know this, but Dragon Power is actually Dragon Ball Z for NES, but it's called Dragon Power. But it's when Goku was like a little kid. So if you've never played this, it's actually kind of interesting and funny. It has a lot of funny moments in it, but, you know, it's Nintendo, so the graphics are crap. But give it a shot if you like that kind of thing. A lot of people probably didn't even know that was Dragon Ball Z. Of course, you got Batman, Battletoads. Battletoads, probably one of the hardest NES games ever made. Let's see what else we got down here. Monster Party, a lot of fun. My buddy Justin traded me that, so... Anyways, going forward, we got our Xbox One. I don't have an Xbox One X. I wish I did, but yeah, I don't even play Xbox a whole lot. I play PlayStation and like Switch more than anything, but and PC. But Xbox is still nice because it has a few exclusives on it that are pretty cool. And then more of the Famicom games we see. So like this one is kind of a hidden gem that probably you don't know a lot about, but it's actually called Terra Nigma. And Terra Nigma is an RPG made by Square Enix that is only released in Europe and Japan. So the United States never got this, but this game is pretty good. Let me see. Oh, here we go. This one is the one I wanted to show you. So this is Mega Man X3, right? Rockman is what they call it in Japan. This game was $30 in Japan. In the United States, it's like $500 loose, right? And I think it's probably in the thousands if it's complete. But that's what I'm telling you, right? If you really want to play these games, get yourself a Super Nintendo, mod it, and just buy these off the internet for super cheap, and you can play the game and not have to pay an outrageous amount. I know it's in Japanese, but I mean, how much do you need to know in Japanese about Rockman to play it? I mean, it's not, you just click on a boss and go fight him, right? So back there, I got my games for my Xbox One. So it's kind of ridiculous. Down here, now these are Famicom games. Like here's a Rockman 4. I think this one was like 40 bucks in Japan, but I don't know how much it is in the United States. I think maybe like 90 loose. So it's not too far apart from the Japanese one, but complete in box though, it's still worth a lot if you can get that. All these games, I think before they weren't even put in these plastic protectors, so I ordered these offline. It's like, I think it's called videogameprotector.com or something, and you can put your loose games and your complete in box games on there, and it'll work just fine. Keep them from getting dusty and messed up. Sega, I didn't really like Sega growing up, so I didn't really have a nostalgic for it. I wasn't very nostalgic for it. I do have a few titles, but nothing crazy. Just a few games that I thought I liked, like Batman and Robin, and like Sonic, you know, stuff like that. You got a Switch, Pro Controller right here hooked up. Pro Controller is probably the best to get for Switch if you're gonna be gaming on it a lot. These Joy-Cons, they're good, but they tend to do that Joy-Con drift, and that's just kind of a pain. So recommend the Pro Controller over the Joy-Con. Got my Switch collection down here. One of the recent games I've been playing for it is it this one, Hades? If you haven't played this game, you need to get it. It's really, really good. It's a rogue-like dungeon crawler. Down here we got N64 complete in box and Wii titles. There's a bunch in behind there too. I think probably this one is probably my most expensive one. It's the Star Wars Shadows of the Empire complete in box. But that one I bought a long time ago when it was like super cheap, and now it's super expensive. Secret of Mana. This this box is actually a repro. I have 2 repro boxes, and I didn't buy any more after that because it's not genuine. So I want my stuff to be genuine. But you can tell, like, so here's the Secret of Mana